104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is a...
All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right, my friends, this is where you go to KRBE.com and you get with Special K to mess with somebody in your life. A lot of times the calls come to him, but this is not a telemarketer turnaround. This is one where you have a character, and is it one of my favorites? I haven't heard from in a while.
Leviticus Swaggerton, the deacon.
Holier than thou. Swaggerton's back.
This is from Gabby. Gabby and Shy, they both work at a dollar store in a very conservative community here around H-Town. All I know is that my parishioners gave me the phone number for Chai and the devil's dollar.
Devil's
dollar.
The devil's dollar. All right, let's give him a call. Poor guy, you're going to hear he is literally at work checking people out, is what it sounds like here on the Roula and Ryan show. Yes.
Oh, my God.
General.
Good morning, and praise his name. This is Deacon Leviticus Swaggerton of the Sacred Soul Church and Cantina.
What?
Okay, good morning.
Hey, I'm calling because several of our parishioners have brought it to my attention that you're selling satanic books, pamphlets, fashions.
I mean, we just got like Halloween stuff here.
Exactly, literally a devil's mask.
Yeah, okay, but it's just Halloween. It's no
A book of spells.
book of no. That's a Fisher Price book. It's like a children's book.
The black and orange memorabilia. It looks like you're supporting the Bengals, and we do not do that here in Tejas. Sports.
Sir, listen, we're just a dollar store here. We just sell Halloween stuff. That's all what we got. I don't know.
Well, my parishioners said it was some type of satanic store, and they just gave me your phone number. I didn't realize that y'all sold things for 99 cents and above. But listen, perhaps you would consider changing the name of your store from General to Satan General.
Oh, my God.
I really don't know how to help you. I mean, we're real busy here right now.
I understand. I bet you are.
And
I see the way the heathens are going in.
And I'm answering the phone on you, and I have a long line. I don't know how to help you.
Well, still, the heathens entering your gates to hell should be reminded of their obligation. Now, are you a wizard yourself?
Sir, I'm a cashier. I just work in a dollar store. I really don't know what you're talking about.
Have you been exercised?
Exercise.
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 Exercise the demons out of your soul.
Sir, I really don't know how to help you. Yes, I mean, we're just a dollar store, and you're calling right now. We have a long line, and I'm the only cashier here. I just don't know how to help you.
I'm so sorry. Well, I guess Gabby wanted me to bother you about your satanic ritual store.
Gabby from here?
Yes, your coworker just wanted to wish you a happy Halloween. I'm just messing with you. My name's actually Special K from KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan show. I'm so sorry.
Okay, but I still have an actual line.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Lord, baby Jesus, I will not keep you any longer. But, hey, do you have a message for her?
Tell her that she's going to have to close the store and pick up every costume that we have on the ground, okay? Just tell her that.
Can you say these words for me? Say, Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show.
Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show.
Ronan and Ryan.
What was it, the Sacred Souls Church and Cantina?
Of course.
Here's the funny thing.
Is there happy hour margaritas?
Yeah, we sell margaritas on the side.
All Hallows Eve is the eve of the Western Christian Fest of All Hallows Day, and it began as a Christian holiday.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought for sure that was some type of pagan holiday. You know, it sounds...
Dollar General, those type of places, do they have costumes?
Yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff.
Probably cheap ones.
But I mean, are they like decent
There's
costumes?
Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollar General, 99-cent store.
Yeah, it's not
Five
Disney
Below.
Princess. It's Cartoon Princess.
And Dollar
okay.
General, I learned, is not a dollar. It's like a little mini mart
It's
with a lot of
generally
things.
close.
General.
Well, because it's like
General.
$1 and $2 and $3. It's not $3.75. You know,
Yeah.
it's like solid whole.
And who's bought batteries that actually worked from
Well, not
Dollar
for more than a
General?
week.
Yeah.
Like driving down
When
Bel
you
Air,
feel them,
I always
they're
wanna,
light.
there's a bunch of stores there that are like 99 cents. I always want to stop in them.
Which one do you think is the best? You've got Dollar Tree,
Well, there's
Dollar
another one.
General,
The ones
99-cent store, Five Below.
The ones that I
Dollar.
can't even
Family
say what
Dollar.
the name of it is. I don't even.
There's one in
Spanish.
Spring Branch
It's
that
awesome.
started at about 89 cents. By the time I moved out, it was King $1.25.
Was it really?
check it
King
out.
King
Dollar.
$1.25. They had you could see on the sign where they put another one over top of it and another one over top of it.
Well,
as prices go
actually,
up.
that's funny because everyone talks about inflation and whatnot with the stores. Like, they go by the wayside, the dollar store, and be like the $2 store, or like below $5, or Five Below is going to be
Below.
like the main, because
Five
you
Below
can
is
get it
pretty
at Five
smart.
Below, but they also have $10 stuff in there.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff is not $5.
And
now.
$15 stuff in there. And does it work? I'm an idiot that bought that stuff.
Well, they adjust for
your phone in your car.
inflation. I remember when I first started going to like CC's Pizza when I was right out of college, and it was like $2.99 all you can eat. And I think now it's
I went to
$4.99.
Five Guys yesterday, got a hamburger, fries, and a soda.
Oh, that was probably $15 or $18.
$20.
$20.
Yeah, it is pretty shocking. I went to Quiznos for a turkey sandwich, Eric,
20
with
bucks.
my kids, and we got 4 sandwiches. It was like almost $60. I was like, wait a second.
Gosh, that's
what
not
did we
fast
get?
food anymore.
What
I'm
did we
thinking,
get?
like when my kids are my age, I'm like, is the burger going to be like $45?
I don't know. It's so crazy. And here's my thing that grinds my gears. You can buy a whole bag of chips at the grocery store for like, I don't know, $4.99. But if you want to buy one individual bag from a sandwich shop, it's between $2.75 and $3.49 for the one individual bag.
For 12 Doritos.
And I'm like, no. I'm too cheap for this. Either it's going to be a combo meal or just a sandwich. I'm not going to buy just a bag of chips in here. I can go across to the grocery store and get a giant bag of chips. All right, coming up next, we got Closure. If you are looking to connect with someone and they seem to be avoiding you, you just cannot get them to respond to your, communication.
You want answers.
They'll answer Eric's.
You want answers?
You got to do it like like you're a threatening lawyer. You want answers?
I want the truth.
I'm going to hammer you.
No, you can't handle the truth. Hammer is the guy with the
Oh,
law.
yeah. I'm going to push you.
No, that's
And
push and win.
Oh. I'm going to ram you.
There you go. There you go.
Somebody's going to get closure next on the Roula and Ryan show.
My friend, is what they call closure.
You want some answers. What happened? What's going on?
Where have they been? You went on a date with somebody, they've ghosted you, they won't return your texts, your DMs, they won't return calls, they won't communicate with you. You have a long-lost relationship with your sister, your mother, your
Teacher.
cousin, your friend, your teacher, whatever it is. They don't answer your calls, but they answer Eric's, and that's why people come to us at krbe.com to be part of Closure. That's what they're seeking.
It helps
they
if
want
they
closure.
if they have family that are on Facebook and social media, that helps like 90%.
Man, how much easier has your job as an executive producer gotten in the last 20 years because of social media? Amazing, right?
Awesome.
Remember how long
Cheaper,
you'd stay
too.
here to try and find people like in the 2003 days of the Roula and Ryan show?
You had to spend a lot of money on all these services to
Yes.
track down
Remember
people.
IntelliSearch?
Yeah, it was like $12-14 a month.
That's crazy. You probably still pay for those subscriptions. You don't even know.
I'm still paying for that Suno one to Kevin. Kevin, go make some more.
Yeah, AI
Oh,
songs.
yeah, I have a list. Can you log me in? I'll make 2 right now.
Some AI songs.
I'm already paying $12 a month.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
go to
half a hamburger.
krbe.com and reach out to Eric for Closure. Alyssa is the person we are going to focus on today. She's standing by to tell us why she's here. Good morning, Alyssa.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Alyssa.
Good morning, Alyssa. What are you trying to get closure on this morning?
Well, it's kind of complicated and an unusual situation I'm in here. Basically, my mother recently passed away.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, thank you. I have this feeling that she's not really my biological mother.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
what?
In the last couple years, things have come up, and just like little flags here and there, and just sort of like a gut instinct. I don't know how else to describe it.
Will you feel like you were adopted or what?
Sort of. I have this feeling that my older sister, who's 19 years older than me, her name is Jeannie, we're basically estranged. I don't really have much of a relationship with her. I have this feeling that she's actually my mother.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look, 19 years is a very big age difference between siblings. I'm sure this had come up over the years as to why y'all are so far apart in age.
Yeah, we never really spoke about our big age difference. Every time I would bring it up, it was just kind of pushed to the side.
Have you ever brought this up to your father?
I have tried, and everybody just kind of skirts around the issue. I've never really gotten a true answer from anyone.
You just want answers as to where this goes. Have you ever tried one of those Ancestry kits?
I have not, and I should do that. I guess my first thought was that I had this cousin that I used to be close with back in the day. His name is Glenn, and I feel like he knows something, and I feel like he would tell me.
Is that the person that we have on the line, Eric?
Yes, it is.
Glenn. So you tried directly with your sister. You didn't get answers from your family.
But wait, real quick, how long have you been estranged from the older sister who's 19 years older than you?
We've never been close. She's very strange around me.
You think that Glenn is going to shed some light then?
I hope so.
But how would Glenn know this?
Glenn spent a lot of time with my family, and I just think he's always known.
All right, well, look, so if you're just tuning into Closure, we've got Alyssa on the line. Her mother recently passed away. Since her mother's passing, she has felt like something's not right with the dynamic she had with her mom. She thinks maybe her 19 years old age difference sister, 19-year age
is
difference,
actually her mother.
It was actually her mom. No one will give her answers. Nobody will even acknowledge the question. So we do have Glenn. He has heard everything we're saying. Let's welcome him now. Hi, Glenn.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey, Glenn. So you heard that. Can you shed some light on the situation? Because I don't know why a family would keep that all quiet, especially in this day and age.
And why wouldn't you just talk to her? Why did it take me calling?
I've been trying to respect every different family member's wishes. That I have to tell you, Alyssa, you're right. Your older sister, Jeannie, actually is your mother.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Why did it take this to finally get you to reveal that?
I'm older than Alyssa, and I overheard the conversation at one point years ago, and I've known and was told to not tell.
You're in a no-win scenario because they're all saying you got to keep your mouth shut, but yet you can't tell your cousin, who you clearly care about, the truth.
I think that's what makes it so hurtful, though. It's like she had so many opportunities.
And you suspected this for a long time.
I did. I had a gut feeling, and I just, I don't know.
Well, Alyssa, it doesn't change the fact that your mom that raised you was your mom in your heart. I mean, you were close to her, right? It was a good relationship?
It was, but now I'm looking back at it, and I'm just like, it was founded on so many lies.
Yeah, but they had your best interest at heart.
That would be a reason why they kept it.
Yeah, and listen, your mom, I don't feel like, I can't speak for her. She's a deceased woman now, but I think for any parent who has taken that role where their teen daughter has ended up pregnant and they said, well, I'm going to raise this baby and act like it's mine because of the shame in the community or whatever their reason was, she didn't choose that for you. She chose, she was given that scenario.
Stepped up.
You know what I mean? Your sister ended up pregnant. So your mom just took you over as her own child. And that's just how she decided to live her life with you. Because I don't know what kind of life you would have had if your mother, your birth mother, was ousted by the mother that raised you and said, well, you're pregnant, get out of here. And then you and Jeannie would have been on your own. She loved Jeannie enough to raise Jeannie's baby as her daughter, as her own child. So you got to think about the love she had for you there.
You got to take that as a blessing.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. My mind is just kind of racing, and I don't know what to think right now. It's a lot to take in, and even though I suspected it, it's very heavy.
Glenn, are you still there?
I am. I've only just been an ancillary part of this.
Ooh, that's a big word.
No, wait a minute. Let me get my dictionary out.
I can't say sorry enough for not answering calls. I don't know. I feel weird.
I'm always open to things working out and being positive.
Look, you got your answers. You finally have the answer to that burning question.
And we appreciate you, Glenn, for even stepping up and saying it.
Yeah.
You could have ignored us, too.
And we have a lot of questions, but your mind's probably racing. We'll just let you go and just let this soak in. And
I want you to check back in with us if you can. I really am so curious for an update whenever you're ready to tell us what your dad told you or what else you found out.
Okay, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Okay, Alyssa, take care. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, I want the person on text. I'm also going to call this person on text saying, oh, my gosh, I have lived this. I can never get through when I call in. So we're going to call you. So answer your phone if you get an anonymous number calling you because we're about to call you, texter.
I'm surprised that in 2024 that people still do this. Like,
what?
I mean, I get it in other generations
Raise
where
their kids?
Yeah, because it's not really the stigma and the shame of having a baby at such a young age.
Depends on your family. Yeah, of course there is. There are so many. Think of all the small towns, how everything's so hyper focused. They're like, oh my God, the shame that you're bringing on this family. You know, we've done a segment in the past. We haven't done it in a long time because shame your name. What shamed your name? Like your last name. Like you have some family member that everyone's like, oh God, don't invite them to the wedding. They're going to embarrass everybody. Or don't let them meet the new in-laws.
I feel like human nature is still the same.
Totally. And that's a huge thing. As you have a 15-year-old that gets pregnant and you're like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. We're going to hide you away. Kayla?
Kayla.
All right.
All right. Hi, Kayla. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, Kayla.
Good. Thanks for reaching out. I understand on text you're saying you lived this. So you found out that your mother was actually your sister, not the woman that raised you, or you're the one that had the baby that was given away.
No. I grew up my whole life calling my grandparents my aunt and uncle. My mom, her parents died when she was 18 and 20, but she found out about 10 years ago that her biological parents were actually her sister and brother-in-law.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Okay, so her sister had her. I mean, she had a baby, and she was raised not as that woman is her mom. That woman is her sister because.
Yes.
How'd she find out?
Yeah, how'd she find out? How'd you find out?
Unfortunately, it was my dad in a drunken stupor. They separated when I was 12, and he got mad and told my mom about 10 years ago.
Oh, that's for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, man, that's an angry rage out truth.
That's terrible.
Like you added the truth in an angry rage out, drunken rage out? Oh, that's not
Decided
cool.
to hurt her.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, so she grew up thinking she was an orphan, and come to find out, she actually had her parents the whole time.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
But after that, what happened? Did they get close?
No, my granddad got closer to her, but my Mimi did not. She refused to admit it. She actually died refusing to admit it.
Wait, she did not acknowledge that was her daughter.
Right.
So she must have, so she had the baby in her mind. She must have been like, nope, never happened. Like,
oh my gosh.
Well, the way it happened, she's actually a twin. So I have an uncle that they were born at the same time. She cheated on my granddad when he was overseas, and they refused to acknowledge all of it.
Wow. I'm still trying to map this out mentally. Let me just do the picture here. So you, Kayla, were raised by your mother, I put that in quotes, who actually was your grandmother. Is that right?
No. My
aunt?
Grandparents, I called them my aunt and uncle, but they were actually my grandparents.
Okay. So the people that you thought were your aunt.
Her mom is her mom. It's her mom's story that she's sharing with us.
It's not her story.
Yeah,
it's
my
her mom's.
Got it. Okay.
That's why they say aunt and uncle, but really they're grandparents because that's her supposedly sister, but really it's her mom.
It's really her mom.
That's so.
And she never acknowledged her as her mom.
Now, what
which had to
about
feel weird?
What about her father? Like, what's the relationship there?
He's actually passed away too. He actually passed away 6 months after my grandma did.
Oh my!
But they got closer after it happened, and he actually apologized for all of it. I honestly don't think he was actually the biological dad. I mean, he wasn't, because she cheated on this man when he was overseas, but he still raised everybody as aunt and uncle.
Oh, so the biological father could still be out there somewhere alive.
Yes.
But
we have no idea who it is.
Well, you could do the 23andMe or Ancestry.com.
Well, wait, 23andMe is about to go out of business, so don't give your DNA to them. Didn't we hear that?
What are they
going to do with all that?
Afraid to do that. I think she's afraid to do that. She's called my granddad her dad from the time she found out till he passed away, and she's not going to do any different.
She doesn't want to somehow
dig up more bones.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, I get it.
Kayla, thanks for reaching out to us. And if anything changes or you learn something new, let us know. That's so low, though. That crazy story.
He did that in a drunken rage.
But cheating, though, on they're defending our country, and you're cheating on them.
And listen, Kayla, you are not alone. As we proved here on the Roula and Ryan show, if one person has a story, there's another person. Obviously, Alyssa, who came to us for closure, has the story. Kayla has the story. Lisa is up next at 833-390-KRVE. You were raised by your grandmother, Lisa, but who did you think your grandma, who actually is your grandma? Is that your mom? Good morning. I don't hear you.
Hey, Lisa, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hey, there you are, Lisa. So what's your situation? Who did you believe was your parent, and
who's actually your parent?
So I was actually raised by my grandmother, thinking that it was my mom all my life. When I found out the truth, I was actually 9 years old, and actually my mom sat down and said, I'm not your mom, I'm your grandmother. Your real mom is one of your two sisters, but we don't know which is your real mom, because both of them actually got pregnant at a very young age, and unfortunately back then, the rules were different. Things were completely different. They would look at you so bad if your child had a child.
Wait a second.
How do you not know which mom had the baby?
Who's the mom? You'd know which girl
Even if
gave
they're both
birth.
pregnant, even if they're both pregnant at the same time.
Yeah, both
keep
your
track.
daughters are pregnant. How do they not know which one had which baby?
So my mom actually raised both of the babies because both of the daughters were very young and both of us looked the same. But one of them passed away a week after, and we were both dressed up the same. So one of the babies passed away.
Wow.
My mind is
that is wild.
And you don't know which one belongs to which sister.
We all look like. I mean, we all look like. So we were very similar. The same. We were only a week apart of birth. But make it the first story. When I found out, I was shocked. But I'll be honest with you, my mom will always be my mom.
Of course.
I will love her. And I think your mom, she passed away a year ago. That's why it's
so sorry.
But, telling the person who was talking early, your mom is always going to be the mother who raised you, not who gave you birth. I love my sisters, and I care about them. They will always be my sisters. And to be honest with you, I really don't care who is my true mom because my mom will always be my mom.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm so
DNA
sorry,
does not
Lisa.
define a parent.
Oh, Lisa,
it's who
man.
loved you, who took
At
care
9
of you,
years
who
old,
raised
though,
you.
your mom sat you down and tell you, hey, I'm actually your grandma.
Yes.
What made her want to do that for you at 9, though?
Yeah, why not
Did
wait
something
till-
trigger that information? Why did she feel like at 9 years old you had to know that?
Because, walls have ears, and eventually one of the other family members were going to say something, brother, sister, so maybe my great-grandmother was going to say something.
Oh, okay.
So
It's kind of a preemptive strike.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was better to hear it from her
Yeah.
than hear other people have questions in my mind, oh, wait, what is going on?
Wow.
That's an amazing story.
Lisa.
Thank
Man.
you, Lisa.
That's something awesome. Sorry for the loss of your mom. And thank you so much for sharing that because we could just go. Should we continue on with this coming up next? We have a lot of
They're
calls.
full.
Y'all.
Let's hear them.
I want to see if Denise can hang on.
Especially because the holidays, we always say when the holidays come, people
everybody
buy
gets
the
together.
23andMe stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Denise, can you hang on for a few minutes? I want to find out what happened when your ex revealed his true identity. Are you good? All right, hang on the line.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people calling in about
come straight
finding
back.
finding out that the person they thought was their parent is actually their grandparent, their uncle, their aunt, their sister. 833-390-KRBE. We'll do it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
KRBE. Turn it up. With more of the Roula and Ryan Show.
We usually do Celebrity Scoop right here, brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas, but the stories that are coming through the phone lines at 833-390-KRBE about people who were raised by the person they thought was their mother or father, and it turns out it's their actual sister or brother, or it's actually their grandparents or their aunts and uncles. You guys have filled our phone lines. Now, Denise, stand by because
It's
I got to
happened
go.
a lot.
It has happened a
we
lot.
tease Denise, but Dolores has to leave.
Denise has to hold on because Dolores has a story we want to get to also, and she's about to go into work, so we want to make sure that she's not late for her meeting, and we also get her story. So Denise, stand by. Dolores, you're on. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So I understand you just told your 9-year-old last week that you are
Yes,
not
ma'am.
the mother, or you are the mother. Who does she think you are?
I am actually the grandmother. I raised her. My daughter was a teenager when she had her, and she was, not in a good place, and I was not able to take care of her. We got her out of the hospital when she was a week old, and so my daughter was not living with us at the time. So we raised her. We adopted her over the years, and it's been a family secret. Well, my girlfriend got drunk last week and told the whole neighborhood that was at a party that she was adopted. So we actually had to sit her down this past weekend and tell her after 9 years that we are the grandparents, and her sister is not her sister, it's her mother.
How did she
and
take
it? Was very, she cried. She cried for like 3 hours. It was very heartbreaking. We didn't know if we did the wrong thing, we wanted to wait till she got older to tell her, but now it's out, and I lost a friend of 25 years because of this.
That's
it's very sad.
That friend is
Tell
no
everybody
friend.
in the neighborhood.
Did the friend at least apologize? I know it doesn't mean anything, but
No, you know what? She did not, and I blocked her from social media everywhere. I haven't spoke to her since.
How do you do
I
that
can
and then not
understand.
apologize?
What a jerk.
That's
Yes.
insane. And so now,
Yes, I
where
was
is your
worried.
daughter, Dolores? The daughter that had your daughter, that I'm saying in quotes, right? The daughter that had the child that you were raising. Where is that person right now? Is she in your life?
She is actually, yeah, she's in our life, and my little one that's 9 thought, that was her sister, and so they would she comes over all the time. She still thinks that she's her sister.
How many years apart are they? What's their age difference?
27 and 9.
So did you have to have the talk with her first and say, hey, let you know my friend did this, betrayed me. Now I have to do damage control. I'm just letting you know I'm going to tell her. Or did you have her come with you? Did you both do it together? Or
I called my daughter, my older daughter, the mom, her true mom, and told her the story about our friend, told everybody at the party about Madison, and now I have to let Madison know right away because of, damage control.
Yeah.
And I wanted her to hear it from us because it's our story and it was our time. We should have been the ones, to tell her, no one else.
I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Now, your 27-year-old daughter, did she have any additional children afterwards?
Yeah, she does. She has 2 children. And, now Madison says, I don't understand why she has them and didn't take care of me. And so I had to explain, she was younger and, things were hard then for her.
So she has 2 siblings.
It's a difficult, and she's still struggling with it. She asks me questions every day.
Have you thought about getting her into a child therapist?
Therapist, yeah.
We are all going to take counseling because it's really hurt our family. It really has.
Yeah, no kidding. Gosh, Dolores, what a burden to be carrying right now. But look, the bottom line is, as long as your child feels loved,
love from everybody,
and knows that you are 100%, doesn't change anything about how you love her. It's all everything for her now has been shaken, right? So she's not sure who to trust, what to do, who to know, how to handle it. So we just wish you the best of luck. And gosh, this is going to be a very
anything, let us
interesting holiday season. It's going to be
for sure.
And you just we have a topic for maybe next week. Your POS friend. Why did you drop a friend? What did they do?
Yeah.
Like that.
That's the worst thing anybody could do.
Family secret. That's crazy.
That's horrible.
All right, Dolores, thank you so much for calling in. We'll let you get off to work. Now, Denise is up next at 833-390-KRBE, where if you're just tuning in, we're talking about finding out that the person that raised you is not your actual mom or dad. It's your grandma or it's your aunt or it's your uncle.
It all kind of came about because of closure, because Alyssa found out from her cousin Glenn that, the woman who raised you was not really your mother. It was your grandmother.
Mm-hmm. So, Denise, hi. I understand that you were with someone that this totally turned their life upside down with identity issues, right?
Yes. So he found out, his cousins were joking around and they heard a comment. So everyone, the whole family knew except for him.
Oh,
and that, whenever someone, made a joke, he, I guess they all decided, okay, this is the time that we should tell him. And so he found out, his grandmother, and along with his sisters, he found out that one of his sisters was actually his mother.
And how many years apart was that sister from him? 15 years, 18 years? Do you know how far apart they were?
I want to say that she was 16 or 17 when she had him. Okay. And when she found out, she's like, I'm going to, get an abortion. And his biological grandmother was like, no, please, I will raise the child. Just have the child and I will take care of him. He'll grow up thinking that I'm the mother and everything will be fine.
And you said that it messed him up. Wow. It turned his life upside down with big identity issues. Did he estrange himself from everybody because he felt like he couldn't trust anybody? Or how did it turn his life upside down?
Well, I think he couldn't figure out who, what that meant for him. I know that after, he found out when he was 13, I think whenever he reached the age of 16, he's like, well, I want to go live with my mom. And his mom, I found out later, through therapy, once a person decides, hey, I'm going to get an abortion, it makes it hard for them to connect.
There's a disconnect.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a disconnect. And so when he went with his mother, I think tried to be his mom, and they just couldn't get along. I think he always wanted her to be his mom. That's his biological mom, and she couldn't do that for him.
So the rejection of that had to be so damaging.
Oh, yeah.
The rejection of the person that actually had you. Man, that's really something, Denise. Thank you so much for calling our show. I got to go to Lita because this has to do with not being charged enough for expensive car repairs. What is that? How does that reveal an identity? Huh. Hi, Lita. Please explain. Good morning.
Basically, whenever I was born, of course, my dad, he was there, gave me his name and everything. And all through the years of school, basically, I always felt different. And I would ask my mom, he'd be like, no, that's your dad, da-da-da-da-da. Well, kind of find out, I was dating this guy at 19, and I was hanging out with my brothers the whole entire time, and I didn't even know they were my brothers. And one of my brothers told the guy I was dating that my mom was lying to me and that my dad wasn't my dad. And then come to find out, whenever anything wrong with my vehicle, since I was 16, anything wrong with it, they would have, my mom would send me to this guy, and kind of find out the guy that she sent me to, he was my real dad the whole entire time, and he never said anything.
Mechanic?
So he wouldn't charge you full price because he knew you were his kid.
He wouldn't charge me nothing. Yes.
Oh, my God. So your mom told you the car repairman is your actual father?
Yes.
She finally admitted it. Your mom did. She had to. You confronted her?
Well, yeah, I confronted her, and I approached her because I questioned it, and I felt like, if I questioned you back in, obviously I knew something was off. And she was like, yes, it is, it's true. And I was there with my dad, the one that raised me, whenever I confronted my dad that raised me, and his head just dropped, and he's like, I always wanted you to know, but it wasn't my place to tell you, but you're my daughter. And I told him, I was like, well, no matter what, you're always going to be my dad, and you're going to be the man that's going to walk me down the aisle, and that's it.
What's your relationship like with him now?
With my dad that raised me?
No, your biological father.
The car repairman dad.
I know him. I respect him. I forgave both parties because I talked to him too as well, and I'm at peace with it. And my mom passed away this past May, so I love my mom. I understand her reasons now that I'm older, and I don't hold no ill will towards anybody. And
that's healthy.
I did tell my biological dad, hey, you're not my dad. You chose not to raise me. You were in my face. You had plenty of opportunities to tell me and to talk to me. And, right.
It sounds like you've got animosity.
And he has other kids.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying that you were hanging out with the guy you were dating, and then you said those cousins were actually your brothers. I thought you were about to take us down the road that they had to tell you because the boy that you were dating was actually your brother. Your dad's
that would have been horrible.
And you're like, stop.
Yeah, I know. And that's crazy because, it was the guy that I was dating, it was like a big group of us, and we would always go out and stuff and to, clubs and stuff. And two of them were my brothers, and I didn't know. And they didn't know that I was their sister at the time.
Oh, wow.
And, until I went and dropped off my car to get fixed again at my biological dad's house, and one of my brothers was there. And actually, no, we were in a conversation. I was like, oh yeah, I know your sons. Yeah, we hang out sometimes. We partied with them, and he's like, yeah. Well, then a few days later, that's when everything came out because my real dad went and told my brother, and my brother called my ex, the guy that I was dating, and he told me about it. So it's crazy, but I was upset, but I'm over it.
Did you still get free oil changes or anything? You get some. I mean,
you weren't there for me, so you better give me a free muffler
for life.
Wow,
I get something out of it.
I don't have no ill will against him. I really don't.
That's good.
It is what it is. But my dad is my dad. That is the man that raised me since day one.
He's loved you every day, and you love him. Enough said.
And I love him so much. Yes.
Oh, good. Lita, thanks so much for sharing your story. I mean, it's more proof that, we could go on for another half hour if we wanted to because the text messages are rolling in.
Crazy.
The phones are full of people who found out later in life the people that they were raised by are not their actual biological
parents.
What?
I think this is such a powerful message because it lets you know that no matter what the situation is in life, you're not alone. Somebody else is going through it as well.
Yep.
We're all in this
together.
together.
That's how many texts we're getting. They're like, I thought this was just my family. I think it's really helpful.
So many.
And if you're
amazing.
Realize.
How many? We got to do a recurring segment, like who's your daddy or something like that.
There's so many, especially every holiday season, right?
Yeah, we get those kits.
DNA kits. And,
oh, man. Okay,
and then nobody thought about that in the 70s, 80s. 50s.
They couldn't conceptualize that one day DNA.
I'll have the kid. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
Technologies.
Yeah.
Y'all go to the listener line,
Seems
713-278-VENT. That's 8368 if you'd like to share your story with us there, because coming up next, we're going to give you the code you need to crack. Crack the code for Nutcracker Market tickets at the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market is coming. We want to give you 4 tickets and make you a finalist for $1,000 shopping spree. And then we're going to get into the rapid fire quiz.
Oh, yes, Roula, the special Halloween edition of Rapid Fire.
And whoever wins, their caller gets to pick who goes in the mystery box for Halloween tomorrow.
Oh, well, I better wear my rapid fire quiz belt while I still can. Hopefully I can not have to take it off from last week. We'll get to that next on the Roula and Ryan Show.